like to get going. Like, why? I don't know. Maybe it's just because, yeah, like you go for 5 days straight. You stay up late some nights, and then you're just like, I don't know. I want to do these cleaning things and then live stream type things on my day off, and I'm trying to push myself to like hit more goals, but for some reason I just feel kind of like I have energy, but I just couldn't get myself to do what I wanted to do more of, I guess. So when it comes to live streaming, I have been experimenting. This will be a chatty live stream, okay? Hi, how you doing? Oh yes, potato salad. That's good. So this will be kind of a chatty live stream. I'm going to talk a little bit about why one of the live streams I did today was silent because I'm testing out OBS. And I made a little bit of a boo-boo time where, well, my poor little thing, it just kind of had a problem. I just put a little bit of oil in that one thing. I think I might share some of it with the other one. I do love olive oil. Yummy, yummy. It's OBS is a type of streaming software that we've been testing out, I, because it's open broadcasting streaming software, and I've been testing it out. I need to open the window because I think there's something wrong with that. Like it's a streaming type of software. I love olive oil too. It's so good, right? Like I'm gonna coat it around the pan. It's the best oil. Like I don't like the other oils, but I love olive oil. It's so like green, and I feel happy when I consume it. And olive oil is just like the best. And I love olives. They're so good. I still think about like these Lebanese olives that I got at the little Mediterranean market the other day. Like not the other day, a few months ago, but like I said, I never get over there because their hours are so weird, man. I'm like, I never know when you're open. So we're gonna start cutting up our potato. Okay. Yep. So we're gonna start chopping up potato. One potato. He's all happy like a little solitary potato. And we're gonna just layer things because I have a couple different dishes. I'm gonna do some layering of things, okay? So we want to do more layers. I do anyway. I'm gonna do layers of things. These are so funny. They're called Orange County cutting from? I'm like, well, get this. Like, when we bought these the other day, I told my mom, like, these have to be grown in Orange County. And she's like, no, 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 no. They're not grown in Orange County. Yeah, actually, are they? Well, they're grown and packed by De La Costa farmers distributed in Orange County. Maybe they're not grown in Orange County. I don't know where they're grown. Are they? I don't know. But I'm like, why? Why are you called Orange County green beans? Like it's just an interesting name. Like, dude, I don't know. Like, why? Why? I haven't looked it up yet though, because I always want to know the why of something. I guess that's weird. I'm gonna let them sit in the bag and let water like just run over them. Just kind of get them nice and cleany weeny. Just let the water course over them. Okay, so these ones you don't have to strain. Like these are their favorite kind of green beans, I guess. Like they found them recently. Like they just like this brand. So I like to cut all my food into like small little pieces. I hate big giant pieces of food. I just don't like it. Like I like to be able to take a tiny bite of something. I just do. And I personally can do that much more easily when something's in small pieces. But it just seems like a lot of people think everything has to be like in these big pieces. And that's just one thing that I love about cooking at home, and I'm not a fan of necessarily of eating out. Because every time you eat out, everything, they just don't chop it into small little pieces like I like, you know? That's just my feelings on that. Okay, I want some more olive oil in that pan. Just a little bit. Oh, maybe I spread it when I did. Okay. So look the layering we get. I like to take olive oil, just coat it around. Watch the green beauty of the oil just kind of course around the sides of the pan. Just my favorite part. I don't think I'm gonna cut this part in my. I see this anyway. So this is my version of like I'm gonna put herbs in it in the end and just kind of toss everything in with the olive oil, kind of to keep it from sticking to the bottoms and the sides, and then also kind of give some lovely olive oil flavor to all of the ingredients. So I have my green beans in the steam. They're just hanging out. I think I'll chop up an onion at the end to add. They need onions too, my opinion. I just miss when I'm not cooking more. Like I need to prep. I don't know, because even if you eat out and it seems fun, I just don't feel like nice and light like after eating out, or just like this week I ate out a couple of times and then I ate some chips and I ate some bread and I'm like, I don't know, I feel so heavy afterwards. It's this heavy feeling and I don't like it. So I just want to do more of my home cooking meals, make more home cooked stuff. It just really helps to make you feel more hydrated. I feel like when you're eating more vegetables and things, I don't want to eat like that's the thing about eating out. Like once in a while it's fun, but I don't know. After a while, I'm just like I can only do it. Like it gets really, I just can't do it too much. Okay, so now we're gonna take some more green beans. I think we're gonna make okay. Oh, that's interesting. Like the oil crisis is kind of. I think we're not really getting like smaller portions at restaurants, but I just don't like it just because, like sometimes when you're out of the house a lot, you end up eating out a lot more than you would want to. Like I think if I just worked from home, I would probably never eat out really. And I've only ever started to do it more in the last few years. But honestly, like growing up, we just didn't do it that much. And then up until a few years ago. So yeah, I always feel so heavy like after I eat out, even if it seems like a fun experience. And I think it's because I brought some of the leftovers home with me, which was a fun like Chinese dim sum thing, but just it's so heavy. It's so heavy. And you know, the portions were good, but it's a little too greasy. Like it was deep fried stuff. And like I love oil, like olive oil, but I don't particularly want all my vegetables like deep fried all the time. Like that I don't really like. I like a healthy oil, but moderation, like not crazy sauce stuff. So yeah, to me, I just like I need a break from it. But as you probably can guess, I kind of like potatoes. I love me some potatoes. I ate some hummus earlier though, and one of my little Costco hummuses. They have a pretty good little just hummus to go kind of action thing. So sometimes, like if you're wanting a snack, these little baby hummuses are just a really good little snack. I also like, even though I make a lot of smoothies, I bought like a smoothie on Friday, and it's just a pretty natural bathhouse smoothie, which I might pour myself some of my smoothie right now, just to kind of drink on as I food prepping. I just want a little bit of my smoothie. Just, Yeah, I understand because it just doesn't feel good. Like I'm just like this is why my mom has always just been the biggest proponent of home cooking, and she's always right. Like you should just cook for yourself. You shouldn't be like getting takeout. It's not that great. Like I wonder because I think people think, oh, it's fun, and yeah, it's fun once in a while, but I don't know, like 2 days later, it feels. I kind of wish I would have made some of that fried rice today. I had leftover. This is probably the green bean. This is really good. This tastes really yummy. That's a little hard. I might cut that part off. I think I might get another bowl to like distribute all the veggies with. Because it's not like meal prepping per se. It is, but it's not. California grown potatoes. I thought most potatoes were grown in Idaho. These potatoes were grown in California. That's interesting. Okay. I know that they do grow a lot of produce in the Central Valley. I'm just always thinking, oh, California. Like, not really what I think of when I think of potatoes. Yeah. All right. Here's another little one that we can have going with our potato mixtures. That smoothie's really good. It makes me feel like so much better too with the mango in that smoothie. That's good. That is so good. Oh, I forgot to put a little bit of olive oil in this third little container that I'm like helping distribute all my ingredients with. So this is like kind of realistic food prep for me. Like it's not fast. Like some people like a really fast cooking session. That's not what this is, my buddy friends. It's just me slowly preparing food the way I like to do. I like to take my time and be, very thoughtful and conscious about it when I'm doing it and distribute the food among all different pans. Just wash off another potato. Slice of potato. It's gonna have some weird stuff on it, so that one's gonna get thrown away. Try to clean as I go, just so it's easier. Like later on, you don't have to worry about as much cleanup. And extra steps. Like extra steps are good for you. Like I don't know when we got to be such a society like minimize your steps. Like but people go to the gym to work out more. But then oh my god, you make 5 extra steps and I can't walk. I can't walk that distance. Oh, I have to take a tram. I think that's such an American thing. Like, okay, like even in an amusement park, I can't walk like 10 minutes. No, I have to take a tram from And it would literally be the same amount of time walking as it would to take the tram. Never did understand that. Because the tram is slow and it has a lot of people waiting for it. So I don't know. I guess that's just one thing I never got the memo on. I never understood. But, I'm not a driver, so I'm just kind of like, where am I thinking on this, I guess? But even people who drive, I know people who drive that don't like to take trams and would rather like walk short distances. Like if they don't need to drive, like they drive because it's more a necessity than needing to do it. And I guess I like the kind of idea where like people always say, oh, California life is so fast paced. It's so fast paced here in California. I mean, I guess like in LA it probably is. But I also think a lot of it has to do with like what you give your time to, because during stay-at-home order time, all of a sudden people were able to slow down because they consciously were making that choice to slow down. But okay. So yeah, so I was this is just a social media discussion I like to have. Like I think people should slow down a bit. I don't think we should always be in such a rush to do things. Like if you don't spend your time like always running around, maybe you'd have more time. Like you could stop going to so many events outside of your house and just be homebody. But social set aren't going to agree on this. But if you feel like your life is fast paced, it's because you've chosen that. I mean, I get it. Some people might literally have to work a job where, but if everything you're always doing, like you are always on the run, you're always going out, it's kind of because after a while you like that. That's what you like. So maybe it's not that life is fast paced, it's more that you select that. We can make decisions to make life slower paced if we want to, Like I actively for years have chosen to live a slower paced life instead of California. Because that's what I want. And a lot of people who are more on the introverted side, we do that. Because that's what we want. We enjoy being homebodies. And I guess that's kind of what I like about these videos, because I can show like, hey, I get to be a homebody. Like it's fun. Just cut off the hard part. And you can cut them in nice smaller pieces. Fresh green beans are really yummy. They really, really are good. Okay. Keep doing rounds of potato. Making it even on each one. I think that part of the potato is not good though. So take that out. this coffee creamer. Okay. It's kind of my treaty coffee creamer. How much is left in the pot? I had quite a bit of it. But this one, Planet Oatly, okay, it's a little sugary, honestly, but hey, if you don't want to be at Starbucks 24/7, this one, yeah, this is good. Like I've had other people say before, like this tastes just like Starbucks, and I'm like, yeah, actually, like we went to the Vons or Albertsons Starbucks like a month ago when my sister was looking for a certain Starbucks cup, and the guy at the little Starbucks thing said that they used Oatly. So I mean, they use a lot of the same plant-based milks you can buy at the grocery store. Like they have like barista brands you can buy. That one's really good. They also have different barista brand. But I just really like this particular coffee creamer. Like I think it's better in general. Like it is fewer calories if you just put some almond milk in your coffee, and that's what I usually have been doing. But once in a while, I'm like, I'm craving like my sweet coffee. So rather than go to Starbucks, you could just buy that, and it's a lot cheaper. And it tastes to me, it tastes the same. Like it's actually less sweet because it's still sweet, but it's less sweet because Starbucks puts they put a lot more sugar in their drink unless you tell them to put less. But I know I'm not one of these people that's counting calories at Starbucks. If I go there because I want to. Honestly, I go to Starbucks because I want my sweet drink. I'm not going there, so. But I've been deciding to just make my own little sweet coffee once in a while. I need to do my homemade pizza one of these days. That's what I would like to do. Maybe I'll build back up to that though, because I kind of want to just do more roasted vegetables right now. All right, here's another potato, and we're gonna add it to that one. Okay, so I feel like on social media these days, or just in life in general, everybody has to make this like grandiose statement about when they feel like they've finally just reached the perfect time in their life. And for me, it's not like I'm saying, oh, wow, everything in the world is perfect. Because, like, yeah, I'm not a billionaire or something, but I don't know. I don't think money makes life easier. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to be one of those people that's like, oh, we don't need money. Yes, you do need money. And money can solve a lot of problems for you. That if you don't have money, you're going to have a lot of problems associated with that. But just recently, like, I don't know what it is, but something just clicked. I just feel so at peace. Like, I feel really happy and I just feel very content. And there's just been a big shift, a really big shift. And I don't know. just the shift happened, and yeah. And I don't have to be grandiose about why it happened. It came with me kind of just feeling like I did when I was younger. Like there was this time in my life, like before I was 21, when I just was very content. Like when I was in college and I was a history student, and I didn't really want to be a teacher. I was just studying history because I loved history. But I kind of threw around the idea of pursuing my PhD in history. But people are like, well, you have to want to teach like at the college level to do that. And I didn't really want to teach at all. But people kind of led me to believe like, oh, like teaching is such a great career and that's the way you should go. So I did try that for a couple of years and I didn't like it. And I kind of marked that as the time that I started feeling, I mean, it wasn't perfect. I think being older, honestly, just certain things, I do feel so much more sure of myself in a lot of ways. But there's one thing I miss of just about when I was a lot younger, as I just had this like uninhibited enthusiasm for life that I have been trying to recapture, and I still have it to some degree. And I think a lot of people just they lose it because our society just doesn't want that. I hate to say it, but they don't really want people to feel enthusiastic towards life in a way. But I'm reclaiming it. And the reclamation of it, I mean, I've always had it to some degree, but I feel like I'm really reclaiming it just by doing art. It's a very simple thing, or just by doing what feels natural to me. And finally, like, just giving myself permission to just be so feeling content with my life. And I'm not saying my life is perfect, but I feel very content and I feel very good. And I actually have been feeling better than I have in years. It's a big shift. It is like just a major shift in my mind. Like it's just like boom. It's pretty good. So I feel like the thing that causes that shift is just when you decide that you want to do more creative things. And I think slowing down and being more creative and being more of a homebody is essential for people that are introverted. And I think, yeah, our society wants people to kind of lose some enthusiasm for life because that makes you more, it just makes you more of a person that just kind of follows all the standards of like what everybody's supposed to do. I've never been that person, nor do I want to be that person. I just want to do things that bring me joy in my own little way. And I don't have to explain why. I don't have to give an explanation as to why I'm doing something that way. I'm doing what makes me feel happy because the extroverts, they do that, okay? Like extroverted people, if they want to socialize, they don't give an explanation as to why they're going to these parties or having these social events. They just do what makes them feel good. So I think introverted people are made to think, oh, you need to go out and get out and do stuff. But I don't think you need to be out all the time. Like I do like to go walking and be outside, but and like I've liked going places and I had fun at Disneyland. But I'm telling you, when you're introverted, you crave time at home or by yourself. Like you just do, and you have to have it. It's like it's a requirement, it's a necessity. It's like I require that to feel complete. I don't know. So those are just kind of some of the thoughts that I have about daily life and whatnot. so good. Here's another big potato. He's nice and big. Very nice. Sometimes this potato has a weakness on it, so I just cut those parts off. You don't have to throw the whole potato away just because a couple of spices were bad. I might have to rinse out the cutting board because of that one section. Okay. So if there's a bad part, I just rinse it off. I have my juicy juice. That's more of my coffee though. This is the last of the coffee. Alrighty, Ruse. Keep chopping, my buddy pal. There's literally steam coming up off this coffee. I don't know. See all the steamy? It's very steamy. I'm gonna let that coffee cool down for a little bit. Assembly line, guys, a bit more, and then I can scoop up these bitty bits that I need to throw out. Another handful of green beans. Let's see. I mean, I feel like now that I've washed them out, I need to put them in another container maybe. But I should just food prep everything. Oh no. So this one is dairy-free, peanut-free, tree nut-free, soy-free, and gluten-free. So this, like, if you can't drink nut milks and you don't want to drink a dairy milk, I mean, I think the oat milk itself is a little bit better. Like this one has a little bit of oil in it, so it's kind of and sugar, so it's kind of like a sugary coffee creamer situation. But you know, it's fine. I feel like after this, I want to make some tea. I'm going to take a short intermission, and you can just admire all the vegetables. I'll be away for a tiny bit, and I'll be back. right. Everybody out of the smoke right now. Use it. Need to keep going at it. I don't think I'm gonna chop up more green beans than that. I think that's good for now. Maybe in a couple days I'll make some more. Now I'm gonna get out an onion next. I mean, I doubt anybody watched every single live stream I ever do, but if you did, remember last night when I was doing the painting one and I said she's a vibe is kind of like a cheesy modern take on she's groovy or she's a cool cat? Because it really is. I mean, it's just as cheesy as it ever was. I'm a vibe. It just sounds kind of cheesy, doesn't it? I mean, I know people, because I get it, like people are just using it to impart, like, oh, somebody's cool and that's neat. But it just feels kind of cheesy. Alrighty, Ruse. We need to get an onion and cut it and add it in tubes. I think I had them here. I thought I had 2 different ones. How many onions do I have? Well, I just have the lemons I brought home. I'm gonna add a lemon to everything and then kind of fresh. Give it like a nice bright flavor. Heart was bad. So I have some carrots that I found. Let's put some room counter on this side. Because when I'm done cutting the onion, I'm going to do something with my carrots. Old MacDonald had a vibe, E-I-E-I-O. With a vibe there, everywhere vibe. Old MacDonald had a vibe, do. See, I can redo every song if I felt like doing so, right? And I also have an onion. Actually sounds my reimagining that song doesn't sound as funny as I thought it did. Yeah, I don't think that's what I was going for. I was just making fun of or pointing out how cheesy she's a vibe, he's a vibe, they're a vibe thing is. It's just the 2020s version of she's a cool cat, he's a cool cat, they're a cool cat. Or they are groovy, she is groovy, he is groovy. It's just another variation of something that was once popular, you know? 5-pound bag of red potatoes. Simply perfect. Well, they're good. I don't know. Are they perfect? I love red potatoes, honestly. Red potatoes and then some like heirloom little potatoes are my next favorite. It's 47 degrees outside. Okay. That's cool. Well, in the winter, I guess it is at night, right? I just never really adjust. I know everybody else is probably laughing, what? 47 degrees? That's nothing. Yeah, but if you're used to almost half the year, it's it's like almost over 100 degrees or in the 90s, and then you have that 50-degree weather shift. It's a bit. There's no gradual anything. It just goes from very hot to sort of cold. And yeah, people who love cold weather love this weather though. I'm never a fan because I don't want to run my heater. So the reason I like to bake is because, well, it heats up the house a little bit. Sometimes I'd rather freeze than run my heater though, because I don't want to, Because in the summer we pay so much with the air conditioning bills. And I don't even run my air conditioning as much as most people, but the thing about my apartment is this. It's funny. Because during every other month, when it's super hot outside, it is so hot in my apartment, like 20 degrees warmer probably. It's just, wow, like a lot warmer than outside even. But then when the weather drops, it's almost like it's cooler inside my house than it is outside. I love onion, but I hate the process of cutting an onion. Cutting an onion is just never my favorite jelly jams. I love the onion, but the first part, my eyes are watering. Eyes. Ooh, it's just onions. Onion. Onions really make my eyes water, and like by a lot. Oh boy, watering eyes. Oh gosh, my eyes are still watering from the onion. Oh. I'm going to take off of it. Oh my goodness. Oh, my eyes are watering from the onion. It's watery. Yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to get through cutting the onion. It's just always such a struggle. So now I want some peppers for mine. So I have this. I have my little red peppers. I'm gonna take some of these guys out. These are from my mom's garden. Let's see. So I'm gonna crush it up a little bit. Last time I just kind of sprinkled it in. And I could have rinsed out the coffee grinder, which you really have to rinse out. Sprinkle in. My little friends need to go to the trash can. Ooh, organic lemon off a tree. Yum, yum, yum. Organic, like with a lemon. So good. I mean, I have a little lemon press, but do I need him? No, I think my fingers just do a better job. This is what I've thought for the longest time. I want it very lemony. more lemon out. Oh, no, don't fall, mister. Do not fall. I don't want you falling down there. Why did you fall? So I could go pick you up again. Oh, goodness. Yep. That's the reason. If down. Yeah. Okay. Now, the next step I need. Well, I don't want to take off this whole area. I think I have some more herbs left. Did I use the last of it? Let's see what I have left. No, I kind of used it all. I think I used them all. I think I used the last of my herby herbs. Yeah, I kind of did. I have a tiny bit left. Of my semi-dried herbs. Now I have the dried ones that were created for me from my mom's garden. So yes, I have some basil. This is the thing that. So you just put some in your fingers and like. I smell like basil. You know, my mom's garden, this big thing of basil is like almost 3 times as big as those little containers, and she dries this out for me. It's just so amazing. I love that she has a garden. I really need to start gardening myself. Well, I did have little gardens in the past. They just weren't exactly viable. But, okay, now I'm taking some of my Himalayan pink salt, which is not really from the Himalayas. It's from Pakistan. And I knew that when I bought it. But I was like, oh, I've never tried the pink salt. I just wanted to see, like, what was the hype about pink salt? Because people say pink salt has a really good flavor. And it's good, but I don't understand the hype, really. Like, I think it's just salt. And I probably would never buy a specialized salt again. It's just salt, friends. It is just salt. And I know, even though I added onion, but I need another thing that I add that gives it more flavor for me, because I like it herby, is I have some of my. I've just been keeping this in the fridge. I don't know why I keep this one in the fridge, but I just have it. I don't know. Just go with it. I can't tell you why I do it. But this is what I do. Okay, so I feel like my friends have finally got in some nice herbaceous action going on, you know. They're nice and herby and a little bit lighter than, like, you know, when I was making that scalloped potato thing. A little bit lighter than that. So that's the great thing about it in my book. So I'm going to toss everybody kind of to get their herbiness all distributed throughout, and to also because I had that olive oil that I put in the bottom of each pan at the beginning. So yeah, this is just kind of a way that, they'll kind of distribute it. Oh no, don't fall out of the pan, guys. That wasn't what I wanted. I want you to stay in the pan. That's the whole point. I just want to coat you guys with like all the nice herbs and whatnot so you get some more flavor there. And then we have this one. Also kind of coated. Make it nice and herby and coated. Get back in there. I just kind of wanted to distribute herbs around a bit. Get everything kind of coated in all the nice seasoning just to give it some more flavor. And then this last one. Alrighty, so now they're all going to go in the oven to bake. I have it set on 400 degrees. I don't know, they'll bake for maybe about an hour. I think that's a good amount of time for them to reach like a nice baked soft state. I love roasted vegetables, I really do. A little bit of olive oil. And this is just like how I did it. This is my old school way where I just take my time and I roast vegetables and I take my time chopping. I've just always been like the kind of person who loves to take my time. And even though I use these ones year round, it's kind of cool because they're very Christmassy, but I'll keep using them year round. And they're my Mickey Mouse Costco Pyrex. Very cool. And this, like my dad actually used to love the thrift store. This was actually a thrift store find. I think he found this at Goodwill, Inkerhocking. It was really cheap, like back in the days. Like everything's more expensive now, but like a few years ago, it was so cheap. So I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in this one too, because olive oil. And I kind of feel like there might still be some olive oil left in this one. Like, I thought this one was all done. But I feel like every time I kind of tip it over, like, there's got to be more oil in there. I feel like I didn't get it all out. It's a little bit more than I wanted. So, I know I chopped up an onion, but I want to add some flavor to. So, we have Costco chopped onion. And I know I already chopped an onion, but I'm not going to chop up another onion just to add flavor to. And I know a lot of people say they don't like granulated garlic or granulated onion, but I use it because you know what? It adds a dimension of flavor to your food. And if you have the time to always cut up lots of fresh garlic and onions, that's great. I love fresh garlic and onions, but I will use like a few powdered things because hey, it gives me more options. And I want to test out those spots. So we have like 1, 3, 2. Or you can do, I just want to see what the other side's like. The other side's more like, okay, there we go. So they puree or dry the onion skin in, the chopped onions. Some of it kind of looks like onion skin. That's the question. It just says chopped onion. How fun. I'm going to give them a little bit of salt. Okay. Then I'm going to get my spoon. I'm going to kind of stir them around. Put the spoon down here. And kind of wipe off the bottom. And he's going to go in the oven with everybody else. Happy trails to all of them as they bake down in the oven. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. And yeah, it's getting kind of late here, but whatever. I waited till later in the day to start my cooking, making sure. So this is what I get, a later in the day cooking session. Why not? It's kind of fun. Thanks for watching.